What's going on, guys? Soul Sensation back here for another video. Today we're going to be talking about the top 23 sneakers of 2025. This is probably the best year for Jordans we have ever seen. It's an anniversary year since Jordan began in 1985. It's now 2025. That's 40 years. And we're here to break down the top shoes releasing. Let's go. Number 23, we've got the Jordan 1 Low Obsidian. Now, this is a shoe that did release in a high top a couple of years ago, maybe 2020, I want to say. And these absolutely sold out. This was like the #1 shoe on TikTok. Everybody was trying to cop these, which is why I think the lows will do nearly as much, not as much just because the highs are something else. But yeah, this is going to be a very popular shoe. This might not be a super easy cop, but I think if you want some, you should be able to get some at a relatively decent price. But yeah. At number 22, we have the Jordan 12 Mellows. This is a really simple shoe, just a baby blue and white Jordan 12. This is one Carmelo Anthony debuted when he was on his Nuggets team at his best in his career, back in those early 2000s when the Nuggets were just one of those best teams. And yeah, what a great shoe this is. I mean, I don't have the nostalgia factor with it, but I know lots of people will, which is why I think this will be another one that people are going to want. Definitely not the newer generation though, which is why I don't think this will be too hard to cop. But yeah, great shoe. That's at number 22. Number 21, I actually have a surprise, which is the Air Jordan 11 Gamma. This is a lot of people's favorite 11. Personally for me, I just can't do it. Like, the contrasting colors between that black and blue, I just don't think works that well. But yeah, if I want a black Air Jordan 11, I'm going the Space Jams every single day, which is why I think that this shoe is only at my 21st shoe of the year. But a great one nonetheless. I probably won't cop these, but if you do want a pair, they shouldn't be too hard to get, but nonetheless a great shoe at 21. At number 20, I have the Air Jordan 1 Low Travis Scott. This is going to be a hard one to get. If you don't get these on sneakers, you're paying upwards of $1,000, I think. So yeah, it's not even, I'd say, that great of a shoe. It's just kind of a white and blue Jordan 1, but the hype with Travis Scott, you've seen what those shoes go for. It's just going to be the same. So yeah, hard one to get. I'm not going to go for them. I don't mess with the Travises that hard. But yeah, a lot of people are going to want these, which is why I'm putting it at the 20th shoe of the year. At number 19, we have the Air Jordan 4 Nike SB. Now, the last time they did these was in 2023, maybe, yeah, 2023, which was the pine green ones, and these sold out. They're still going for like $800, $900 these days if you want to get a good size. So I think this shoe will do similar numbers, not as much because I think that pine green just hits different. But the navy blue is still definitely going to be a clean colorway, which is why if you want these, you're going to have to try and get these straight away on sneakers. Otherwise, I think they'll be going for about 400-ish on the secondary market. At number 18, I have a banger shoe, the Air Jordan 11 Bread Low. The highs are my absolutely #1 favorite sneaker of all time. This is my GOAT shoe. And now the low tops they're releasing, which I think will do numbers just because it's such an iconic, such a clean colorway, and I would definitely be trying to go for these. But yeah, I think they will probably sell out just because of the hype with the Air Jordan 11s and especially this clean colorway. But then again, they are low tops, so you never know with low top 11s. But if you want to get a pair of these, I'd suggest you go on sneakers. Maybe you can get them at Nike or Foot Locker, but I don't think they will be sitting for too long. At number 17, I have a kind of a shocker if you're a new generation sneakerhead, which is the Air Jordan 10 Steels. These are a really clean shoe, and we haven't seen Jordan 10s in a long time, at least no good colorways, that is. I got one pair of Jordan 10s. Charlotte joints, these were my beaters. They are worn down to the ground, but yeah, this is not such a bad shoe, I reckon, and the Steels is just that OG colorway. Michael Jordan wore these, which is why I think it is such a clean shoe. But then again, there's not many 10 heads these days, so I think if you want a pair of these, you should be fine. Just getting these at your local Foot Locker or Nike or whatever you go to. At 16, we have another banger shoe. This is the Air Jordan 14 Ferraris. Now, if you don't know about the 14s, they were the last sneaker Michael Jordan played in. These actually released the season when he retired for his second time, but they were such a clean shoe that he asked Nike if he could wear them a season early in the playoffs that year. So for For the regular season, he wore his 13s, and then the playoffs, he wore those 14s. And it's just such a clean model, such a clean shoe, actually designed off of a Ferrari, which is why this colorway is bringing that to life. We've seen them before, they've sold out. There's such a nice shoe with that suede in that all red, and then that little yellow Jordan logo like the Ferrari logo. Just that badge on the side, which is such a nice touch. I definitely want to get a pair of these. I think it should be pretty obtainable since 14s aren't such a desired sneaker these days. So yeah, I'm hoping that's the case, but you never know with this colorway. At 15, we have another sleeper shoe, which I think is the Jordan 9 Cool Greys. Everybody loved the Cool Grey 11s in 2021, but then again, they are 9s, so you never know with the market how these will go. I reckon this shoe probably won't sell out because it is a 9, but it is such a nice colorway. I've seen these. Zach LaVine's played in them. I remember that game vividly. It's going to be dictated by the public, but yeah, hopefully we should be able to pick up a pair of these at our local Foot Locker or Nike. Number 14 is the Jordan 5 Black Tongue Fire Reds. So this is just like the Fire Reds, only we have that black tongue on this one. This shoe is from 2009, I want to say, so yeah, 15, 16 years old at this point. But they did release a couple of years back with that silver tongue, which is the more standard version. This is a bit more special, which I think these might sell out. I mean, they're 5s. 5s are kind of a hit or miss with the public these days. Some of them sell out fast, some of them don't. But I think this is going to be a pretty sought after shoe just because of the iconicness. That's not a word, but yeah, Michael Jordan did so much in this sneaker that I think it's got to sell out. Number 13, we have another sleeper shoe, which is the Jordan 8 Bugs Bunny. These shoes originally released in 1993, and it's such a clean colorway, so OG. Michael Jordan won a championship in these. It was actually the first three-peat, which was actually his last season before he went to play baseball. But yeah, another clean shoe. I will definitely be trying to get these because I need some more 8s in the collection. But we'll actually be talking about another sneaker later on, which will tie into that factor. But yeah, definitely a clean shoe, and I'm almost certain these are just going to be able to be got because I think they're going to be sleepers because they are 8s. At number 12, we have the upcoming Jordan 1 Black Toe Reimagined. Now, a lot of backlash has been come to these sneakers since they don't have the Wings logo. But I'm here for it. I like that they did the Air Jordan print and gave us the story from that photo shoot that Jordan did in 1985 with these sneakers. I think it's cool. We've got black toes before, so I think getting this once in a while is definitely cool. I'll be going for these. I think they release next week actually. But yeah, a great sneaker. I'll definitely be trying to cop these. Super OG. Literally one of the first Jordans ever. But I think they will sell out because they're a Jordan 1 and they're just that classic white and black and red colorways on Jordan 1s. You know they're going to sell out, so yeah. And then at number 11, we're seeing another Jordan 1. Last time these shoes came out, they did numbers. These broke the system, and it is the shattered backboard Jordan 1s. Yeah, last time we saw these, as I mentioned, they went crazy. It was a sneaker of the year candidate. It's just a super sought after sneaker, and even these days they're still selling for around $600-700 in good sizes, which is why I'm almost certain these are going to sell out. So good luck if you want these. Definitely try for sneakers. Maybe you can see them at your Nike or Foot Locker early on, but these are definitely not going to be sitting around. So if you want these, best to get them straight away. Now we've entered the top 10 with a sneaker that I absolutely loved when I had them. Unfortunately, I got rid of them to downsize the collection so that I could buy different sneakers. So not really downsizing if you look at it that way. But it is the Air Jordan 8 Aqua. Such a clean sneaker. As I mentioned, I used to have these. I wore them a couple of times and really enjoyed them. They were kind of comfortable. These released in 93, like I said before, an OG colorway. A super classic one, and yeah, I think these will do numbers. But then again, you never know. They're Jordan 8s, they don't get much love, so you might be able to get these. They might even be sitting around depending on where you live. But a great sneaker nonetheless at the top 10. Number 9 is also a super hyped up sneaker that's releasing next week. It's the Jordan 1 85 Breads, also known as the Band. Nike's been doing a huge marketing campaign with these. I bet you've seen them everywhere at this point. I definitely want to get a pair of these. It's going to be hard. Everybody's going to be going for these. So if you see these and you want these, best to do it as quick as you can on the Sneakers app, on the Foot Locker Flex app, whatever you have. If you can get you a pair of these, definitely do it or you will miss out. Such a clean sneaker, the first Jordan ever. I mean, it's an OG colorway. It has everything to it. It's in the 85 cut. It's just, there's nothing wrong with this sneaker in my personal opinion, and it is definitely going to do numbers. Number 8 is a super big sleeper as well. I had a pair of these, well, I have a pair of these that I picked up in Los Angeles a couple of years ago, and man, I've loved these. I have so many memories in these, which plays a huge role into the bias of these. I wore these to Disneyland, some of the best days I have had in my life. It was just a lot of fun, a lot of good memories in these. Again, walking around LA, my favorite city in the world. But yeah, I'm super biased towards these, one of my favorite sneakers. But then again, besides the bias, I think it's just a super clean sneaker. The 12s, obviously, that luxurious design with the paneled leather going around, and then just the white and blue hits that navy blue. You can be styled with so many clothings. They match jeans so well. It's super easy to wear. Such a great sneaker, which is why I think these guys have a potential of selling out. But yeah, I'm not going to be going for them, clearly, because I have one in my hands. But if you don't have these, I would 100% recommend, because it is such a nice sneaker and definitely worth it. Number 7 is a sneaker that last came out, didn't do too well, and then after that, it went crazy. Everybody wanted a pair of these. Everybody was faking this pair. I think it was the #1 most faked sneaker in China. So yeah, a lot of fakes of these going around, but if you can get a real one, it'll definitely be worth it. And it is the Air Jordan 4 Black Cats. I actually am mad at these because I had a chance of getting them last time they came out, before they went crazy, passed on them, then they went crazy, and I had to live with the fact that I could have had them but passed up on the opportunity. Definitely a clean pair. If you want these, you're going to have to go out of your way. And I mean that as in you're going to have to get on that app early in the morning or late at night, depending on where you live. Get these sneakers or pay resale, because these are 100,000 billion% going to be selling out. Such a clean sneaker. You cannot go wrong with these. It is a murdered out version of the most popular silhouette, which is the Jordan 4. So clean. So yeah, definitely a great sneaker that will be selling out, and I recommend it to anybody and everybody. But yeah, it's going to be hard to get a pair. Just outside of the top 5 at number 6, I have the Jordan 12 Taxis, another super clean colorway on a super clean sneaker. I just mentioned with the other 12s, it is one of the best silhouettes in my opinion. That leather that just goes round, and then the like animal skin with a snake skin, pleather, whatever that is on the bottom is so nice. And the Taxis, original colorway, such a nice one that I think these will probably sell out. I mean, it's kind of an old head sneaker, but I think the younger generation can appreciate it for what it is, which is a super nice sneaker that will definitely do numbers. So yeah, I'm going to try and get me a pair of these, which is what I've said with the last 20 sneakers. So hopefully I can figure out a way to earn a small fortune just to source these sneakers this year. We've officially entered the top 5, which means all of these sneakers are probably going to be bangers and selling out. And at this number 5 spot, we have the Jordan 1 Chicago Lows. The Chicago is the most iconic sneaker ever. I have a pair behind me in a glass case just here. And it is the high top, but the low tops are kind of more wearable in my opinion, which is why I think being such an iconic sneaker on such an easy and wearable model is just going to sell out like hotcakes. I mean, these things are just so clean, so nice, so wearable, all red and white and black. Such an iconic one. I've said that enough times that you can understand. Definitely a clean colorway. If you want these, you're going to have to try hard. But yeah, such a good shoe, releasing at the top 5 spot. Number 4 is one of my favorite sneakers in my collection. I actually bought a pair of these for myself for Christmas last year, or the year before actually. It is the Air Jordan 5 Grapes. I love this shoe so much for so many reasons. A lot of great memories in this sneaker. Even just the iconic factor of this sneaker in pop culture. Will Smith in these on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. We did get the Bel-Air 5s the last time they released, but they did not have the lace eyelets, which was just paying homage to the show when when Will Smith used to take the laces out of his kicks. But yeah, people weren't too happy with that, which I can understand if they just wanted the shoe. I liked it because I love the show, my favorite show of all time. But yeah, these are definitely going to be doing numbers because last time they came out, people were cutting them up just to wear them. This is the older pair from 2013, I want to say. But yeah, such a clean colorway. That aqua, purple, white, you just can't go wrong, which is why I think these would sell out. So if you don't have a pair already, I would definitely recommend it. So easy to wear and a great shoe at the number 4 spot. We have officially entered the top 3 sneakers releasing in 2025. So all of these are going to be great sneakers, but at the number 3 spot might be controversial because this is an old head sneaker. We've seen it twice before on this list, but we're about to see it again. It's a Jordan 12, the Flu Games, the most iconic Jordan 12 of them all. Such a great sneaker. If you don't know the history, I'm going to give you a quick rundown for 30 seconds. Michael Jordan had the flu before Game 5 of the playoffs in 1997. Yep, in which they were in Utah. He ordered a pizza. A lot of guys showed up to deliver the pizza. It had food poisoning in it. Jordan had the game the next day against the Jazz, Game 5, and got super sick, was vomiting all night, felt terrible, played the game anyway. He looked so sick out there, but he went for 40 points, 38 points, whatever it was, nonetheless, and he has that iconic photo of him leaning on Scottie Pippen for support because he was just so weak, being so sick that day, but played his way through it, did the most Michael Jordan thing possible, and delivered one of the best games of his career. Such a great sneaker. They've released these a couple of times, and they've sold out each time because it is such an iconic, such a beautiful sneaker, which is why I'll be definitely trying to get a pair of these, and I would recommend that you do too. So that is the top 3 sneaker. Now we're entering the top 2. Both bangers. Let's get to it. So at number 2, we have the highly anticipated Jordan 4 White Cement. I'm going to be number 1 in line at Foot Locker for this sneaker. This is number 1 on my list, but number 2 on the list overall for the year. You'll see why in a minute. So yeah, this sneaker is one of the most clean, most iconic sneakers. It's an OG colorway. Michael Jordan did a lot in this sneaker. I've said that with every shoe, but it's true. The GOAT just was balling out every year. And this sneaker was no different. It has that white all over with the grey speckled cement print, which is just so iconic, so beautiful, and is such a great sneaker. These are 1 billion% going to sell out, so if you don't get them on release date, you're not getting them unless you're paying a stupid amount of money on the secondary market. But yeah, such a clean sneaker that is definitely earning the number 2 spot and number 1 for me. So now this leaves the number 1 shoe releasing in 2025. What is it going to be? I have this pair already, which is why I'm not going to be buying them this year. But it is the Air Jordan 1 University Blue OG. This is one of the most iconic Jordans ever. We've seen these done in so many different ways. We've seen the off-white versions, which went crazy. Those selling for a couple grand now. This is just the regular old clean version. This is the pair from, damn, now you're putting me on the spot, I want to say 2015, somewhere around that time. But yeah, such a clean sneaker. University Blue. You know me, I'm a huge North Carolina fan, so I had to get these shoes. But this is the older pair, so I'm not going to be going for the newer pair. Maybe I will if I have enough money just to double up, have a pair on ice because they are that clean. But yeah, definitely going to be one that will sell out, that will do numbers. And if you want these, you're going to have to try super hard. But best of luck to you. I hope that everybody who wants a pair of these can get them. I hope Jordan makes enough pairs. I really do, because it is just one of the most clean colorways ever. And with that, that's going to do it for the top 23 sneakers releasing in 2025. I really hope this was helpful to you to know what will be selling out, what won't, what's great, what's not so great, and what you should be buying. That's it from me, guys. So I'll see you in the next one. That's Soul Sensation out. Peace.